Yeah, it'll go low left. Okay? So, for $2, this is one of the best investments you can buy for going to the driving range, because you can start to hit balls with it. And if you're slicing it, you know, I just saw the Hank Haney plane finder for 6 payments of $39.99. You can have his device, or you can go $2 and use this. It'll tell you the same information. Okay? So try and do that again. This is just going to give you some feedback. You're likely going to ding it out here. Okay? Don't worry, nothing bad's going to happen. So again, you're hitting it 70 yards. And third base. There's your feedback that your swing is coming this way too much. Here's the contradiction.
What should it do? It should go without hitting that.
Without it. Here's the contradiction. Remember how I talked about the third base? The move into the ball's first base.
It goes off the toe kind of thing?
Well, no, but put your hands in the club.
Okay.
Right now, you're making a move that's coming this way.
Right.
The barrel of your bat's already going to third base. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to get the barrel of the bat feeling like it's going first base.
Oh.
So coming into impact is first base.
Even though you're aiming for third base.
The exit move is third base. Okay? So one more time.
Okay.
Let's see if we can miss the noodle, still get third base feel in our hands. Not very hard. First base, third base. Bingo. And where'd the ball go?
Straight.
Yeah. Okay? Now, you didn't quite get the carpet, but you understand what that penny is doing?
No, what's the penny doing?
Okay, watch a divot. Here's Nicholas again. Here's Nicholas swinging. Okay? Watch that area there. All right? So, prior to contact, remember how we let the face open up on the way back? Okay? There's the face starting to open up. Watch how open the face is coming in. Wide open there, right? Starting to square. And look at what happens after contact. Watch this. Ball's left the club face. There's the face back to square. Okay? Ball's gone. Yeah. Ball's gone. There's the explosion, right? There's the deepest part of that divot's way out here. Right? You see it? Right? And when the club leaves our view, there it is starting to go third base. Okay? So it comes in open. It's moving downward, squaring, square. Lowest point in the arc is here in front of the golf ball. And there it is closing after impact.
So is the penny almost a target to aim for?
Yes. The penny is a target to aim for.
That's your lowest point.
You won't have many days left this year to go to a driving range and hit off a grass, unfortunately. But if there is, if you get a chance between now and the time, you know, where do you live?
We live here, downtown. We're going to California in December for...
If you get a chance, there's 2 ranges without going too far. The little range in the beaches. They have no, in the beaches.
Oh,
It's at Girard and Victoria Park. There's a driving range. When you drive, it's called Beaches Fairways.
Okay.
It's on Victoria Park, south of Danforth, north of Girard.
It's grass?
It's mats when you drive in, but you can buy balls. The back of the range, they have a pretty decent grass area. That's the closest. The other good one, if you want to go and do some chipping and some putting, is Centennial Park, but it's West End. It's Eglinton and Renforth, Eglinton and 427, between Dixie. Okay, you're right on the Toronto border. It's right south of the airport. They've got a great putting green and a great chipping green, as well as grass to hit off of. Okay, now the grass there gets pretty chewed up. The grass over at the beaches is fairly good, but the beaches doesn't have a good putting green or chipping green, so it depends on what you're looking for. But if you're doing this with grass, don't put a penny there, but put a broken tee in there. Or a twig, or a leaf. Yeah, have a visual target. And you see I've drawn some lines on here.
So you just actually look at the target, not the ball?
Yeah. So you focus out here in front of the golf ball.
You look at that.
And try to hit that, and it'll hit the ball on the way.
This is an irons only drill. Warning, warning, warning. Okay? Okay? That's why there's 2 ball positions. There's your downward blow.
Right.
Okay?
Oh, that's how you do it.
In 30 seconds or less, the driver drill or woods drill is to stick some tees in the ground like I did with these rubber tee, like the rubber tee, half in, half out. You could probably have it up a little higher than the rubber tee. But go through a full swing, and your whole goal is to hit the tee, but see no divot.
Okay. Where do you put the other tees?
Oh, I just, when I'm bending over, so I don't have to bend over too often, I stick 1, 2, 3 in there. It saves me time.
But the idea is not make it, not
Yeah, break the tee in half, or have it come tumbling out of the ground, or knock it over, but see no divot. So that's the wood drill, and remember you have a different ball position. Okay? Now, in 90 seconds or less, we're going to do the grip. And I don't often advocate training devices, but, oops, yep, that's the one I want. If you were to purchase a club or have an old club, and you can purchase these training grips at most golf stores and slip one on a club that you're not going to play with, obviously. They're helpful. Okay, they'll put the positioning and the fingering on it. But for today, I'm going to get you placed on there. So come and stand. Bring your club over here, and I'll get you to stand right where I am, right there. Okay. So I flip the club around just to give you an eye on ball position. Okay. Now the reason I end with this is going to really screw you up. Okay. So first of all, ball position would be there, right? And you can widen your right foot a little bit. Club face is square when the bottom scoring groove is lined up with the club. You see how your toes in the air a little bit? Mm-hmm. That's not the end of the world. Okay? It doesn't have to be up here, right? But you can still see that's parallel to the club on the ground.
Right.
Okay? The shaft's going to point just left of your zipper in your K. Remember, you're going to be here. Now take your right hand off. Your left hand, take it off. First thing is I'm going to change the shape of your wrist to flatten out here. Means your fingers are coming more diagonally across the shaft.
Oh, okay.
Curl them around. See this extra padding on your glove? It wraps over on top. This upper joint of your forefinger, almost in the palm, is somewhere near the top of the club. And the thumb and the forefinger are close together. So you see that black stripe on your FootJoy glove? Right shoulder. Now I've turned you too far, so I'm going to dial you back a hair. There you go. Okay? Right shoulder. If you cock this up in the air, right shoulder, you can extend the thumb a little bit, but you had it really super extended before. Okay? One knuckle, two knuckles, part of the third visible. Lots of this label visible. There's your left hand position. Okay?
It's weird.
Right hand, this is going to get weirder. Lifeline or fleshy part of your wrist. Yeah. And again, I'm going to take your wrist and flatten it. It's going to cover your thumb. Pinky overlaps, interlocks, whatever it was doing. Now you got long fingers, but you see these two creases in your fingers? I want that joint underneath the bottom of the club.
Ooh.
Right? Ooh, ooh,
I think
ooh.
this thing comes over.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And again, there you go. Just hold that there for me for a minute. Okay, I'm going to get you to cock the club up in the air. Bring it right up. Bring the club right up. There you go. Bit higher. Good. So there's the club face fairly square, but you see it's kind of turned a little left. Boom. There you go. Now look at your grip. One knuckle visible.
Yep.
If you can see the second you've gone too far, I'll just dial it back a touch.
Okay.
And relax or soften that arm. Okay. Drop the club down. There's your setup position there. Okay. So you said ooh. You didn't like that very much, did you?
It's feeling weird.
Right?
Actually, I think, because I always grip my right hand really strong, I think.
Yeah. So here's the before picture. Okay? Right. Now drop that club back down on the ground. And here's the after picture. And I'll slide you over. Hang on, stay where you are. Oops, too far. There you go. Okay? Stay there for a second. Here's some models. Okay? Annika Sorenstam, you just copied her grip. Ben Hogan without a grip, or without a glove, you just copied his grip. So nothing has changed in the last 65 years, and yet this is the thing I see and spend the most time with people on. Okay? All right. So hurtling on, I'm going to bring your dad in here while I close this disc off, but that's, as I say, a first lesson. Most of the first lessons getting you set up better. And that little exercise, first base, third base, the noodle exercise, the penny exercise, start with those. If you have a bucket of balls and you go to hit the bucket, half of them should be done doing those two or have with those two or three swing thoughts in mind, swinging from here to here, working on either the right palm down or working on out to first base, the noodle, or working on the divot. But from here to here. The other half, you can take full swings and try and piece together your tempo, your timing. But half of your practice should be half swings. Okay?